Hello. Do you want to know all about digital citizenship? If yes, then this short video is for you. Firstly, let's define digital citizenship and look at the 9 elements which it entails. According to digitalcitizenship.net, digital citizenship can be defined as the norms of appropriate, responsible behavior with regard to technology use. Digital citizenship is essentially a concept of the norms of appropriate, responsible technology use. Initially, it was a concept for teachers and parents alike to better understand what students and children should adopt. However, with the increase of adoption of technology across all ages, genders and demographics, it is a concept that applies to any technology user. It is a concept of the accepted norms and appropriate behavior we should demonstrate when using technology responsibly. Element 1: Digital access. Digital access is being aware that different people have different means of access and opportunities. Some, less fortunate and literate than others. However, this element of digital citizenship works towards everyone of different kinds having digital access in order to benefit society and fuel growth. It can be properly defined as full electronic participation in society. Technology users need to be aware that not everyone has the same opportunities when it comes to technology. There are some issues related to digital access. There are numerous divides, and these include a socio-economic divide. As we are all aware, there is a gap that exists between the developed and developing countries. Different countries have different amounts of people who have access to the internet. A divide in infrastructure. As expected, developed countries have a far greater infrastructure than developing countries. In addition to the socio-economic factors, the infrastructure of a country plays a great role in digital access. A prime example is that of South Africa's poor electricity infrastructure that is under such extreme pressure that rolling blackouts are experienced. A divide in content. It is easy to assume that everyone or most people speak and understand English. But the truth of the matter is this is false. Only 1.5 out of 7.5 billion people in the world speak English. That's 20%. Yet according to .in, 70% of the websites are in English. A gender divide. According to a 2013 report, the internet gender gap is notable in developing countries, with very real consequences to the girls and women of those communities. The statistics show that, on average, women are online in developing countries 23% less than that of their male counterparts. In some cases, this gap is over 40%. A skills divide. Just being able to use a computer is considered a skill, and let's face it, many of us cannot. Although more and more people are accessing the internet, that does not correlate with an increase in skills. The universal access divide. We live in a world where unfortunately some people are disabled. The problem with access for them is that there is none. There are little no developments for people who can't access the existing ways. Element 2. Digital commerce. As the world evolves, so does the need to remain in your house and be able to go shopping through e-commerce. It is becoming increasingly popular as it facilitates life. Being a digital citizen means understanding the consequences and negative aspects of digital commerce. These may include piracy and scamming. Garter defines it as the buying and selling of goods and services using the internet, mobile networks and commerce infrastructure. It includes research and marketing activities that support these transactions, including the people, processes and technologies to execute at all touch points throughout the customer buying journey. For example, a manufacturing company needs to do more than just business-to-business e-commerce for their customers. They need to provide branded and consistent content to their customers, allow their customers and sales reps to interact online through tools such as portals, and give the end user tools to find the right product or content and a place to purchase it. Element 3. Digital communication. Digital communication has revolutionized lives and made what previously took months to deliver, possible within seconds. There are numerous and growing ways to communicate digitally. For example, emails, phone calls and video calls. With many options to choose from, it can be hard to decide which is the best, and people need to be aware of which best suits what they require. Element 4. Digital literacy. As technology is drastically changing our world and everyday means of movements and communication, schools are increasingly including the teaching of technology into their curriculum. As technology is ever-changing, students, workers of all sorts and professionals should be taught how to adapt with the change and how to use the technology on a wider adapting scale, rather than just step by step on the current methods of technology, as they might become useless once a new form is introduced. Next is Element 5. Digital etiquette. Through technology, anyone can say anything to each other, which is why digital etiquette is important. Digital citizens should have boundaries and avoid harmful messages to others. Some digital platforms may introduce rules, but these are not enough. For example, how do you prevent someone from swearing over a phone call? It is up to the digital citizen to have etiquette and communicate appropriately with others. Digital law. It is becoming more popular by day, but committing crimes on the internet is possible and very serious. People can do this through hacking, or scamming, and other various ways. Digital citizens need to exist in a digital society free from that, and therefore laws have been established for anyone who has online access and takes responsibility for their actions. Digital rights and responsibilities. Digital rights and responsibilities are the privileges and freedom extended to all digital technology users, and the behavioral expectations that come with them. Ribble and Bailey, 2007. Since the digital world is such a board-free one, digital citizens have the right to freely say and post whatever they please. However, what they wish to post should not be inappropriate, and it is their responsibility as a digital citizen not to post what may be deemed inappropriate. With access to so many different websites, it is very easy to misuse technology. For example, it is your right to post comments on a website, but your responsibility to make sure it's not harmful or offensive to anyone in any way. It is your responsibility to use technology appropriately. You should have a clear understanding of the behavior that is required. Element 8. Digital health and wellness. Digital citizens are spending an increasing amount of time being static on their digital platforms. They need to be aware of the consequences and also aware of developments, such as ergonomic keyboards, which have been created to reduce injuries from sitting in front of a computer all day. In addition, this also includes mental wellness, and digital citizens must pace themselves whilst spending time on the internet. They should do so in moderation, as internet addiction is a real and serious issue. Element 9. Digital security. Like we protect the things we value, we must also protect ourselves in the digital world. Just like a burglar may enter your home, a digital burglar may enter your computer and steal or seize your information. In order to prevent events like this happening, it is essential that an antivirus is installed on your computer, as people may send you viruses hoping you install them on purpose. It is also important to protect data saved on your computer from causes like power cuts, surges, and even lightning. Another way to protect yourself is to have a foolproof password that remains confidential. To sum up, it is important that we as digital citizens ensure that everyone has access to the digital world. Being a good digital citizen ensures that we respect others through our comments and content. If everyone is aware of these elements, then the internet will be a safe and enjoyable place for all.